Ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed the most belt to ass game this team got this season. And to make matters worse, this th- Peter Laviolette and Gerard Gallant have never allowed 10 goals in a game. 10 goals. You heard that correctly, ladies and gentlemen. We lost to Providence Bruins prospects and to a team that's in a rebuilding direction, yet they managed to find a way to put 10 goals in the net. I mean, this bullshit game had me. It started like arguments with me in Discord with other people talking about like the certain things I was saying was like bad takes, but yet everything I said was literally what everybody else was saying in the Discord chat. So I'm like, so what was the point of saying my takes were horrible when everybody's saying the same thing and they're agreeing? It makes zero sense. Like, guys, I'm beyond checked out. I truly I just truly can't take this team serious. I can't. I'm trying, guys, but look what they got me. Look how they got me, man. They got me like this now. It's just a joke. But you knew without Igor Shesterkin, this goaltending tandem was going to get exposed and the team itself because even with the abysmal the New York Rangers have been giving us, Igor Shesterkin somehow made it not look as bad. Come on, man. Why did Mike Sullivan even allow Jonathan Quick? You should have pulled Jonathan Quick out of the net the minute the fourth goal was in the net. Why did it take Jonathan Quick getting scored? Which I can assure you that game today was probably the most goals Jonathan Quick has ever allowed in his entire fucking career, ladies and gentlemen. And mind you, this is a 3-time Stanley Cup champion. But the way this team constructs the roster and the defense, you wouldn't even have thought that once upon a time Jonathan Quick had a really good, successful Stanley Cup resume. That's how pathetic this team is. And then the people on this one guy in the Discord chat try to sit there and say, "Oh, why are you saying they quit? They try to show fight and effort at the last." You They could have done that in the first two periods. Why does it take you being down 8 goals to try to show fight and effort? That doesn't mean a damn thing. It's too little, too late. You gave up on the team. It's too late to show you want to show some effort. You already gave up when you allowed the 8th or 7th goal. Why try to show any light now? Like I said, guys, this is who they fucking are. And I am still laughing at what James Dolan said. You truly think this team that you own is going to get you a Stanley Cup? This man is an absolute joke. You're better off getting a co-owner and you just focus on your New York fucking Knicks because James Dolan, you do not care about your hockey team. You don't. You had the audacity to tell people at WFAN this is a winning culture? Allowing 10 goals is a winning culture, ladies and gentlemen. 10 goals. Not 5, not 6, no, 10 goals is winning culture. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You got to. Because there's no way in hell you can take an owner that serious when he's allowing this type of stuff to continue. You just can't. This team is not going to win anything with the type of ownership we have right now. They're just not. In New York City, if I were you, I would stop going to the Garden. I don't give a damn if you're a corporate fan. You're just there to kill off some time and do a tourist attraction thing. For the love of God. If y'all want to see changes, I would highly recommend y'all to start making Dolan's pockets hurt, because you're not going to see any results allowing Dolan's pockets to continue to fill up, and you keep going to the Garden to watch this crap. Nothing's changing. It's that simple, guys. It's that simple. But give me a sec. I'm gonna go get my Rangers hat, guys, because I am just mad. This bag is kind of like getting hot. So give me a sec. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. All right, guys. Well, I don't even know where to start. Where do we start, guys? You allow first of all, they allowed two Bruins players to score. They allowed two Bruins players against Hatties. Two players got 6 goals. Two players alone. What's going on in St. Facts topic? Yes, this is the most horrific game you have ever seen out of the current roster. By far. And you know what's shocking in St. Facts? I'm going to tell you a crazy statistic. Gerard Gallant and Peter Laviolette have never had a loss where they allowed this amount of goals and actually allowed two players to get hat tricks. That's crazy, man. How do you let Peter Laviolette and Gallant have a better record than that? And Sullivan just got here, by the way. Sullivan just got here, and he's already making what Laviolette and Gallant do look like they're lapping him. And that's sad, because I expected so much more out of this guy. But I truly don't know. I just don't know what is going on anymore. Because it's not the younger guys. And it's not Mika Zibanejad. And it's not Artemi Panarin. Believe it or not, those two specific older guys are the only Ranger players that actually give a fuck. And they're actually trying. You could maybe add Vincent Trojic, but even he's not even as effective, man. Mika and Pernard are the only two guys you can actually say are trying, despite this dumpster fire we're getting out of this team. Like, oh man, just horrendous. I don't even know the names of the other guy that scored the hat trick for the Bruins. Let me look it up here, because this is just this is gonna be the most talked about loss all season out of this Rangers team. Like, we were already being talked about by every single media platform, but this? Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be. They're gonna have a field day all day with this. Okay, so wow, wow, Marat Khusnutdinov. Not only this man had 4 goals, 4 Wayne Gretzky numbers. He had 4 goals and an assist. Wayne fucking Gretzky numbers out of a guy I have not even heard of. That's how bad this game was. Like, Pavel Zacha had 3 goals, and then Pasta had, I think, 3 or 4 points himself. Yeah, 6 assists. 6 goddamn assists. Pasta had 6 assists. Like, I still can't. I'm still trying to wrap my mind how you allowed a guy that sounds like an AHL player score 4 goals. This It is the most funniest shit ever. Yes, insane facts. Absolutely. You're now seeing what this team looks like without Igor Shesterkin. You are officially seeing what this team truly is without that goalie. Yes, it's an overpaid contract, but at the end of the day, that's your best goalie. That guy is going to be the only reason why you don't lose by 10 goals. Igor Shesterkin wouldn't even be doing this. And we can't do nothing about it. We're stuck with this abysmal. We're stuck with this. So you're gonna have to embrace the bullshit until those two players are back. Like I said, I don't know how long this is gonna be, but you might as well wait till the Olympics break and everything else for things to get a little better. Because at this point, it's just not gonna be better. This is gonna get way worse. And you know what, Spencer Martin, I'm not even mad that he allowed those goals. At this point, Sullivan needs to swallow his pride and let the younger guys get on that ice. Because you keep rotating these players, you keep allowing the older guys. At this point, you might as well let the younger guys get more ice time since you don't have Igor and Fox. You might as well do that while they're not around, and so they can at least start learning the freaking NHL game a lot better. Because, like I said, it's not going to get any fucking better. And for all we know, they're going to still be in abysmal when those two come back. So, where I'm at with this team, I'm just waiting for the trade deadline at this point because something has to give. Something. And JT Miller, my God, I would have never thought I'd see the day where we can have this discussion on who's the shittier captain, Jacob Trouba or JT Miller. Like, wowzers. I cannot believe that Miller is close to being in this discussion to where he is comparable to the bad leadership with Jacob Trouba. Like, how the hell do you do that? How are you on the verge of outlapping Jacob Trouba for your leadership? That's crazy. Absolutely bonkers, man. And I listen, I don't know how he got that Olympic roster spot. I don't. There there's some players that got snubbed thanks to JT Miller, man. Truly. Truthfully, man. Because I don't see what he does to feel like he is worth representing the country. I'm just being so real. What did besides him scoring a goal today? What did you see in JT Miller that made you feel like he's gonna change the Rangers? Now he did look okay last year when he got here, but this year, my God, if the injury from his right shoulder is still bothering him, just sit him the fuck out. Sit him out. Let him do his thing at the Olympics because something's got to give, man. Something. Like, whatever's going on in that locker room, I can't believe it's outlapping what we saw last year. How do you do that? How do you out-toxify what we witnessed last year? Now, they've had some good wins this year, but at the same time, this season is very, very comparable to last season. The only difference is they can't win at home. That's the only difference with this season. Last season, believe it or not, they got way more home wins than what we were watching this season. And that's the most biggest shocker. How you let last year's team outwin you with the home? But this year, like, the only thing saving them is the road. And did I not say eventually the road warrior stuff is going to wear off if they can't pick up the pace? And look at that. Now the road warrior stuff is starting to wear off. And now not only can you not win at home, you're starting to not even get your wins on the road. So at this point, the way it's going for me, wild card is out of the picture. Playoffs completely out of the picture. If this team continues to lose this badly and they keep losing, they don't win any more games, just get ready to see this team get probably a top 3 draft pick this season. Top 3 pick is going to definitely happen if this continues. Because the way it's going, they're not even going to be mid soon. They're going to be a bottom tier team. If they don't change anything about this core soon, You're not gonna see this team get bit. No, you're gonna watch this team become bottom fucking tier. Bottom tier. They're already getting there. They're already getting there, but it's not gonna stop. It's not. It's very unfortunate. So at this point, if you want to even feel like anything's gonna happen for you, like you gotta wait for the next couple of seasons, man. I'm just gonna be so real because of the way Drury constructed his roster. You have to wait for these no movement clauses to be movable, and you have to like embrace that the younger guys are gonna be part of the future. Like you're better off waiting for what they can put around the younger guys because pretty soon this blueprint with this core is going to like discontinue. They're going to have to demolish it. And Dolan's going to keep being in denial with himself about embracing the rebuild. He's not going to rebuild when the Rangers desperately need to rebuild again. They have no choice. But they're going to keep retooling and keep trying to add a couple young guys and older vets. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Because if you see what the San Jose Sharks are doing, their developmental process is already doing way better. And they're still waiting on Michael Misa. Once Michael Misa's in the picture, they're going to be a better, younger team, too. And Celebrini's already producing like he's supposed to be. Like, oh, man. I just don't know what to say anymore, guys. I don't. Like, I truly don't. And like I said, Ranger fans, this is going to continue until Igor Shesterkin is back behind that net. Unless somehow Spencer Martin is gonna move like a fucking younger version of Henrik Lundqvist or Igor. Like it's not gonna change, man. It's unfortunate. And the age is starting to show with Jonathan Quick now. Jonathan Quick, that was probably his last fountain of youth last year. That was probably it because this year it's sad. It's just sad, man. And I don't even think when Jonathan Quick got pulled out of the net, I don't even think he was at the bench anymore. He most likely went to the locker room and probably was just like in disbelief of what he just like experienced. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. And if you ask me, guys, this this era, it was good from 2020 to 2024, despite all the freaking abysmal stuff that happened, right? What you're about to witness, this team is on the verge of being a modern Dark Days. The only difference is somehow the record looks a little better. But this season, you still let the Dark Days outlap you with your home wins. So, yeah, this is probably going to be one of the most craziest seasons I've ever seen out of the New York Rangers because they couldn't win at home. You just allowed the Bruins to score 10 fucking goals. You had a player score 4 goals. Zacha had 3. By far the worst loss ever. And I'm sure if you're a Bruins fan and you watch this channel, I'd recommend you guys to watch this guy named Low Quality Bruins Fan. He is actually funny. And I'm sure he's going to have a great skit for today's loss. Cause he actually like knows his stuff and knows his puck, and he's obviously a Bruins fan, but he's a funny one. He actually does his skills pretty good. But I would highly recommend if you're a Bruins fan watching this, watch Low Quality Bruins Fan. He is actually a funny guy. I'm probably gonna watch his stuff after this live, and I'm gonna wrap it up soon because I do have my friend waiting outside, and I told him he can come by and stuff, and I promised I would hang out with him after this live. Guys, I just don't know what more to say. I just don't because it's just how much more are we gonna have to like suffer like this, man? How many more losses are they gonna get like this? And they play the Kraken on on Monday, and you know what's funny? The Kraken are mid, but I truly believe they can't beat the Kraken. I truly believe they're not going to beat the Kraken. And the Kraken are so fucking mid. That's how sad this team is. They are going to face the Kraken, and you can expect them to not beat them because they're at home once again. So, guys, I don't know what more to say. I am trying my hardest to have more positive energy, but my God, it's going to take a little bit after today's loss. And insane facts, man, I feel for you, man. This, like I said, it's going to get only shittier until Igor is back. And we have to embrace the abysmal. Plain and simple. And, I'll be surprised if they even get any wins out of the rest of the games until the Olympics come up. I'm so serious. I'll be in absolute shock if they at least even gain a point out of an overtime. Cause that's all you're gonna get out of this core, out of this current core until Igor's back. You're gonna be lucky if they go to overtime and gain 1 point. Cause asking for 2 regulation points is going to be mission impossible right now, as you can see. It's going to be. Now for Monday's game, if I'm Sullivan, you're not doing any better. You might as well start Spencer Martin. Give him a try. Let him figure it out. Because I'm sure Jonathan Quick does not want to be behind that net at home after he just had back-to-back losses. He's not. So you might as well give Spencer Martin an opportunity to learn the game behind the net while Igor is out. Because it's not going to get, if you keep putting Jonathan Quick behind the net and not even giving Spencer Martin a start, you're just going to see this team lose 7 in a row. Plain and simple. 7-game loss in a row is, they already lost, I believe, 2 or 3. So it's extremely predictable from this point. But guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm really sorry that I'm not in a good mood. And for any Ranger fan, I don't blame y'all one bit for being disappointed and fed up and very upset with what you just saw. Because I don't blame y'all. As a lifelong fan myself, you guys don't deserve this. You don't. You truly don't deserve this. And I hope at some point something gives and something changes for the good. I want to see this team do better. But right now, the writing is on the wall, and I'm just looking at the real picture. It's just that simple. So, as always, guys, I will keep y'all updated for Monday's game. I'll most likely do a live tomorrow because I still have to wrap my head around with what I just witnessed, and we're going to have to break down exactly how bad this is going to get for this team statistically. That's how crazy it's gone. We got to do another content video tomorrow because I have to show you guys how bad it already is for the New York Rangers. And insane facts topics, I appreciate you hopping on the chat, man. I'm I'm just disappointed with this team. Very disappointed. At this point, you guys are better off just watching the rest of the New York Knicks. The Knicks season, it looks way more promising than the Rangers. And the sad part is, Dolan owns both teams, but as you can see, he's prioritizing himself with the fucking Knicks. Because there's no way in hell he's prioritizing with the Rangers. If he did, he would have fired Dolan like that. But no, instead, we had to be told in a New York City radio station that we got to be patient and Drury is a winner and he hates to lose. Yeah, okay. He hates to lose, but he loves to see this team lose by 10 goals. That's the winning culture, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we got to embrace. A winning culture where they allow 10 fucking goals. That's screaming Stanley Cup victories. So as always, y'all, thank y'all for watching. I truly appreciate it. I will be uploading highlights later. Do not worry. It's going to be tough for me to upload this highlight from this game. I'm not going to hold you because I don't know if I'm going to even show all 10 of those goals from this game. It might just be the Rangers goals and that's it. But out of the respect for the Bruins fans and everyone else, I might just, put the rest of the highlights. Because you know what? It's not fair that, I put up their highlights and they don't get to see the other highlights. So you guys already see I put other games on there and things like that. I'm trying something different. I want to give you guys more highlights rather than just the Rangers. So, I'll be the Ranger fan that does content that, at least does different things rather than just specifically the Rangers. That's all it is. But as always, y'all, thank y'all for watching. I am going to wrap it up. I will most likely do a live video tomorrow because you know what? We all got to talk about it. We all got to let out some steam or something. We got to express how we're really feeling with this team. So stay tuned, y'all. I will do another video most likely either later, tonight, or tomorrow. And we're going to have this discussion on what the Rangers are going to have to do and how we really feeling about this team. So as always, y'all, have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of the day. Just don't even think about this team today. It's for your mental health's sake, and if you don't want to get headaches, just don't even do it. And as always, thank y'all for watching. I'll see you guys on Monday. Let's go Rangers. But like I said, guys, don't have expectations that they're going to beat the Kraken because they couldn't beat the Bruins, so they can't beat the Kraken.